the floor where they continue to get open looks and knock them down. And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for Toronto.
You know, Clark, when you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Well, you said it all there, Kevin. They were lethal from behind the arc.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
A little bit closer to the win now, and they'll be halfway to a sweep of the season series once they wrap this one up.
That's right. It's just a two-game since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
You look at the stats, and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Big Daddy. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide. You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little, too late.
Back to Lowry. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Johnson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. Ross, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Stoudemire's checked in for Splitter. Anderson comes in for Boris Diaw. Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Tony Parker. Ross against Stoudemire. Here's Palmer. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
I like it. I like it.
Out. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin.
Kyle can
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Miami Heat are ready for this thing to get started. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. For the Raptors, happy to be here in Toronto right now in the midst of a nice homestand. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
And Kevin, this is a chance for them to start off 2-0 against this team in the 3 matchups that they'll have this season. So I think that would give them a nice emotional edge over this club.
And how nice would it be to stick that in your backpack? I mean, after just 2 games, guys. I know they think that's what's going to happen because they played with that kind of confidence the first time around. And I think they feel really good against these guys.
So here's Miami's starting group. Chris Bosh is out there with Whiteside. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Carroll in at the small forward. The shot's good from Palmer.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
Here's Dragic. Right now averaging 17 points a game. And Wade now top of the key. Here's Carroll. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Big Daddy. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game, and he gets it to go.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
There's the pick. Dragic, the pass to Whiteside. Back to Dragic. Shot from 12. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, Wade. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, in that game, Kevin, they did damage in all sorts of different ways. They were pretty much unstoppable offensively.
Yeah, it was showtime, Steve. They showed off every resource they had at that end of the floor.
Now here's Wade. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
He was a factor defensively as well. He blocked 2 shots. I thought he changed several other. That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Eric Spoelstra. He told me there aren't many big men with the mobility and length of Jonas Valanciunas, and that he's a player they'll really have to account for, saying, quote, JV's still developing his skill set, but there just aren't that many people in the world of his size. And you factor in his motor, he can really impact a game. Guys, we'll see how they try to deal with him.
Thanks, Doris. And here's Dragic after the three-pointer from Palmer. Wade on the wing. DeRozan defending. DeRozan against Wade. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
Here's Big Daddy. He's got 7. Right through the knee for the layup. Big Daddy's got 9 points.
Such a great start for him. 4 for 4 already. He could be on his way to a big game.
It certainly looks that way, Steve. His energy level has been terrific right from the opening tip.
Now here's Wade. Right now averaging 15 points a game. Carroll kicks to Wade. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And he makes the first. Luol Deng is checked in for Whiteside. And both free throws good for Wade. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Lowry passes to Palmer. Feeds it to Patterson. Here's DeRozan. And Patterson kicks to DeRozan. Passes to Palmer. From deep. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. And 12 points for Big Daddy.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Now here's Dragic. 23 points for him the last game against Brooklyn. Wade dishes to Bosh. That's good.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Johnson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. Ross, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Williams in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the Heat, Josh McRoberts is checked in for DeMarre Carroll. Ennis comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. He had a nice open look right there. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Chalmers passes to McRoberts. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Johnson. Now the dish to Williams. Pass to Palmer. He kicks to Johnson. The 11-footer. No good from Ross. The Heat trail by 7. To the inside. Ennis makes it off the glass.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And the basket by Johnson.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now, here's Chalmers. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Dishes to Ennis. And there's the feed to McRoberts. Shot clock at 6. Dang attacking. Shoots from the baseline. Off the left rim and out.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Here's Palmer. And another basket for Toronto.
Oh, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Here's Chalmers. No good. And that does it for the...
Tune in Friday, January 5th at Detroit Pistons. Go on the road to battle the Toronto Raptors. Hoops action.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hit from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Raptors leading by 9. Palmer in at small forward. Johnson is out there with James Johnson. Then there's Lewis Williams, and it's Ross in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Palmer passes to Johnson, cashes in for a double-digit lead. Johnson's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Raptors. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Hi, guys. Big Daddy in their last game against the Spurs got down to business. He had 52 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible